Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Red and Bat Show. We are live on social media, as per usual, so your Facebook, your YouTube, and your Twitch. To my left, I've got the half Forest, half Barnsley fan in Luke.
Evening.
And below me and Luke, but it's not below us, it is LGP.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening. I've got our first comment in from Mr. Patrick saying, "Good evening."
What's the weather like over there, Patrick?
Here we go. How's the weather, Patrick? Literally, that's one straight away saying, "Yo."
Yeah.
So then, guys. Obviously, I know Luke's been looking forward to this topic from last night's game, and the referee. So, how do you feel about last night's referee?
Why? I mean, the EFL officials just hurt my brain. I mean, how many more can they find that are just as bad as the last one? I mean, we keep saying it, that we surely can't have a worse referee. And then the next one manages to just be even worse.
Oh, definitely. Sorry, Luke.
How can one referee miss 2 penalties and then the next week, again, you get another penalty appeal turned down and then booked? I mean, is there some kind of agenda against us or something?
Yeah, it's bad. How the referee was last night. I mean, Mr. Door is in the house and Luke can't down out door in.
Door, are you gutted that Bong didn't play?
Oh,
I know you're such a fan.
But obviously, how do you feel about LJP? About LJP? How do you feel about the ref? That's not LGP.
Well, he missed obviously Stonewall penalty, and he didn't only not give a penalty, he booked Brennan well. And I understand that the referee has one angle, but you can still clearly see that he's gone down. Obviously, there's pictures all over social media that Brennan is obviously he's going at quite speed and he's on one leg when he gets pushed over. So quite clearly he is going to go down and he's standing on one leg. And I think getting booked as well is just baffling. Again, the ref against Fulham wasn't up to scratch, and the QPR ref, I still can't get my head around how we had another penalty appeal for, I think it was Jed Spence who got fouled, but then QPR get a free kick. I'm still baffled about that one from Friday night, but this was just shocking. I still don't quite get my head round how he's not given a penalty. He's at a decent angle as well to be able to see the penalty appeal, and it just wasn't good enough, if I'm brutally honest.
Oh, interesting. It is true, though. Luke Quanson, how you doing, lads?
All right.
I'm good. How you feeling, Luke?
Oh, I'm brilliant because I'm on this show.
Yeah. I would say the main thing, another main topic, what came out last night's game, is about Spence and the man of match and how James Garner got that man of match. I mean,
I've sussed it. I've sussed out completely how they give out the man of the matches. They go and ask Door.
Oh, dear me.
No. Actually, no, that wasn't my actual answer. How they work it out is they put the most obscure player on the pitch. So I don't know. You could have, I don't know, Lyle Taylor, for example, and he does like 3 runs. That's man of the match. That is. That's brilliant.
Probably a randomizer.
Randomizer.
Yeah, that's probably about right, actually, because anybody with football brains would know that Jed Spence was man of the match last night.
Yeah. Yeah, dear me.
Can we just get over the fact that Dor actually has time to watch the best YouTube channel?
Yeah. And best show on YouTube. DJ Spencer put about we need to sign him permanently, and that if we don't get him, he will cry.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Attached
definitely.
then, are we?
Yeah. Yeah. Patrick saying good evening, toilet break Luke. Shots been bad tonight.
I have not been on a toilet break for ages, Patrick. That's so last season. Come on, get with it.
Luke been saying with Phil. Basically, we have watched last. Yeah. Pardon?
Phil, he's in London.
Yeah, Phil's is on his way to London. But if anyone missed it last week, basically he said if anyone leaves early, that he will do the taxi service. So Phil has literally said that he will do a taxi service.
Oh yeah, Phil's taxis.
Yeah, Phil's taxis. Patrick saying Dan the man we chose. Luke one saying Colback actually impressed me last night. How do you feel Colback do at left wing back last night?
Should I go? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, with Colback, he's just going to give you kind of the same performance he gives everywhere, 100% every week. He's an experienced player. So, you know, he's not going to let you down, but again, you've got Yates there. I think Yates and Colback were better in midfield, but for one game, didn't do too bad. And it's better than the alternative, of course.
We all know Luke's preferred choice. The shots are firing tonight. The fans up there like, why is LGP not changed fee? Probably personal preference.
Because everyone's not as comfortable as you in front of camera, Dor. That's why.
Owen saying shots fired. The shots are being fired tonight, and we already 8 minutes in. Luke.
Just remember who got you the QPR fan, Dor. Just remember. All right.
Luke, check over. You do Luke and you turn around. That's what you're all about. Well, next season we need to be pushing for promotion.
I mean, why can't we push for it this season? I mean, there's still enough games to go. I've still not given up hope. Also, Dan, question for you.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on the atmosphere last night?
Absolutely shocking. I mean, you probably have seen it on Twitter or if you have got me on Facebook, but I was very critical of the atmosphere last night. I mean, it was like forced Gary Boldy, like, who are like just did their own things. Then you got A Block that were getting banned team, and you got that other section of Lower Bishop that's into A Block. So I thought absolutely shocking. I mean, it's one of them ones. I do think that, yeah, fair enough. First half probably weren't the best, but I just think that if it's not a United fan base, because you just got like the force lot that's just
Dan,
and everyone else just gets behind them.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Dan, right? I have made it pretty clear that there is 2 more or less pointless stands in our ground.
And I have.
The Clough stand and the Trent end are both dead. I mean, I actually heard noise come out of there the other day. Yesterday. I heard noise come out of the Trent end yesterday. It
And I
was
did.
crazy. There is actually life in there. It's not
No.
just a painting.
Yeah. Yeah. Owen asked Owen's behind the shots now.
Owen, I am not watching Barnsley.
I
Tonight
bet,
I've made the decision to watch Blackpool.
I bet he got it on his tablet somewhere in the background, like.
No, I've only got enough bandwidth to do this show at the moment, Dan.
Yeah.
Door, again, reminder, who got you the QPR fan?
So he asked me, do you like I do like them. Don't get me wrong. I think the work that they do is very good for the fan base. Don't get me wrong. But I just think that they are very much like when they do the flags and all that. It's, just a four slot, or they just do their own songs within them and they pass it along to the other fans. So that's
So,
my personal opinion.
so with your personal opinion, I'm going to ask you a question.
Right.
What would your solution be to said issue then?
Get everyone involved, not just it's 20 people.
Yeah,
Everyone involved.
right.
Yeah.
Until the Forza lot all went into Lower Bridgeford, there was no flags in the whole ground.
I know that.
Because you take a flag in and the stewards would be quite irritated about it. So maybe the people that are over the Trent End just have got to the point where they can't be bothered because of all the hassle. Maybe it's a club thing that they need to work out how they actually get more of those things into the other stands instead of just having it just in one place.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
But, I do agree. But yeah, that I do feel about it. Lurkin said the Spence rag yesterday or cash.
That's tough.
Luke's gone into meltdown.
Are we asking about the English cash or the Polish cash?
Oh,
I need to know before I answer the question. Who are you again, Dor?
who are you?
I thought you didn't want to be known. For somebody who doesn't want to be known, you're commenting a hell of a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, banter tonight, unreal.
Shots being fired.
Again, I still need to know if we're talking about the Polish or the English cash against Spence. I need to know. So, just to clarify then, Dan, you weren't impressed with the atmosphere?
No. I want the atmosphere shocking. But that's my rant for the night. There you go.
Has Dor got stuck or something on the same two words?
I like it got copy and paste.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit repetitive.
Mm.
Oh, we had a comment that's not the same from Dor. Wow.
Yeah, there you go. Would you swap me with Luke Dan? To a fair, if I had you on the chat thingy though, it'd be very fun in. It actually would be a good debate actually having you and Luke on the same thingy because it'd be like a very big debate about fun.
I mean, did we already have this a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
Where it just randomly turned up out of nowhere.
Yeah. You know.
The link's in the chat door if you want to come on. I mean, it is there. Dan did share it like 15 minutes ago. If
you want to come on to the show, guys, to see me saying, to see me say on the chat. I want to be like Jerry Springer tonight. So then, guys, it is the English Matter Cash. So you want to choose Spence or the English Matter Cash?
I mean, why do we have to choose? I mean, Cash can play right wing. So we have Matty Cash and Jed Spence. Sort of done.
Who would you have from League One? Or you LGP?
Well, if I had to choose between the two, then it's quite difficult to choose Matty Cash or Jed Spence right now, because Matty Cash had 2-3 seasons for us. Obviously, only one season at right back, but he had a good amount of time with us, whereas Spencer's only had a handful of games. So it's sort of unfair to say which one at this moment. Come the end of the season, you ask me then, and I can probably give you a more straight answer.
Woo!
Holy
We
moly.
have got a door in the house. We have got Mr. Door.
High door.
Luke out, Luke out, Luke out, Luke out.
Luke in, Luke out, in that shake your butt. You do the Luke turn and you turn around. That's what it's all about.
I'm not sure my face. I'm camera shy.
So is it that you're just camera shy, door? Is that it?
Yeah, camera shy. Let's go. Up the forest.
Up the forest, up the bond.
Bye, door. Nice to speak to you again. Hot timer.
Ah, dear me. Tonight's show is going brilliant. I've got Jonesy Flood for the picture Phil Mitchell saying "Yo lads."
I'm sure that's not just Owen again under another account name.
Probably. We're not marking it. And like you said, as you and with Dan and Luke and LGP. Well, I'm in the same top. Luke saying that. Luke saying Dawn Toys one of our own. Okay. But yeah, would you say that we should have won last night?
Honestly, probably not. Because if you'd have got the penalty, would the grab and goal have even happened? I mean, you'd probably would have won because you'd have had that mentality that I had against Bristol City. But we didn't do enough. Whether it was regardless of referees or anything else, the performance was okay. But again, I still think we can be better.
What would you say, LGP?
I think we definitely did enough to get a draw out of the game. I think we definitely deserved a point out of the game, in my opinion. I think overall, probably a draw was a fair result, but I feel like if Sheffield United did not score, I don't think we would have scored. I think it would have finished 0-0 if they did. I think the only reason we scored is because we had that. Okay, we actually need to go and attack even more than we already had been. So I feel like a point was probably a fair reflection of the game. First half, there wasn't much in it. I think Sheffield United probably had one of the best chances of the game, but obviously we did have the penalty shootout. So probably a 0-0 or 1-1 was probably a fair reflection of the first half. Second half, there was a lot more to it, especially the last 20 minutes. Both sides having a fair share of good chances. But I feel like overall the 1-1 draw is probably a fair result, but then again, it could have possibly been more goals for a draw. So it was overall, I think a draw is probably a fair result.
Interesting. Get your comments coming through us all, guys. But yeah.
We had progress last night, though.
Yeah,
I didn't see anybody leave until about 92 minutes. So we had progress.
I'm loving the enthusiasm, Luke. I'm really enjoying the enthusiasm.
Of course you are.
Yeah. Door's gone quiet now, so I think
it's all gone quiet over there.
Yeah. So I think we have to quieten them down a little bit. But yeah. We have got Preston on Saturday, so how do you feel about going into Preston?
I think I say we haven't won in 3 games. I feel like it's definitely a game that we have to be looking to win, as we should be doing that for every game. But I mean, we lost convincingly to Fulham, but there was still positives. But we got a decent point against QPR, which I think was a decent point, and obviously the draw we had last night. So I think we've got to be looking to the game thinking that we have to try and get back to winning ways with this. Because although we haven't lost all 3 of our last games, we've not won any of our 3 last games. We all looked at this knowing that these next 3 games were going to be tough games. But I think we've got to look at it and try and get a result. Preston, they have quite a good record against at the City ground, so we need to try and sort of win as we should every game. But yeah, it's definitely probably a must-win game for me.
Expectation going up now. How do you feel about it, Luke?
Well, we had good play last night, and I think against a lower championship team, we'd actually scored more goals. I mean, you've got to think, a team that's out of confidence coming up against Brennan Johnson at the minute, I mean, that must be a nightmare. Then you've got Zinkernagel that will probably play on the other side, because I don't think Lolly's done enough. I mean, at the end of the day, you can only beat what's in front of you. And Preston's next. I mean, there's going to be another victim somewhere that we beat. Then some point we're going to thrash somebody. So, well, here's hoping it's Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I do actually agree with that, guys. But it will be it will be a tough game. Don't get me wrong, I think Preston will just drop the 10-man band ball, just try to stop us playing. So
another question, but again, it's probably not one that you're actually going to be able to answer. Middlesbrough must have a really good right back, by the way. Because why else would you let Jed Spence go?
yeah,
I mean, why?
It does make you think, because it's like, why would you let Spence go to another championship club? That's the first question. Knowing that they're in the same league, but they mustn't have thought something about it.
Same with Max Lowe. Why did Sheffield United let him go to us? I mean, is it the fact that we've just picked up gems, or is it the fact that the other clubs just don't know how good their players actually are?
Yeah. Well, Warnock's knocking on a little bit, so.
Oh, if you're on this, if you came on the show on Sunday, Dan, Arnie on World of Sport TV basically decided that half of the league's managers couldn't manage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had a problem with about half of the sides that were named. So, and also, I'm going to bring it over here. He said that Chris Martin and Naki Wells was the new Sutton and Shearer.
Wow, that's a statement, that is.
It was also a joke.
Yeah.
And hilariously funny.
If anyone didn't know, I'm going to promote a little bit, but last couple of weeks, me and Luke have been on in World of Sport channel.
World of Sport TV.
Yeah. Where we do that preview like the games, Forest games and all that. So, and I've been on Eagle Eye Football TV as well, which just previewing like the games that
I've been on there too.
And
I'm sure that I picked that up off your Talk Forest TV Twitter.
Yeah. So we are branching out as well, which is quite nice. And this platform is giving yeah, nice that to do that. So, next, we need Spence in a permanent class. But my only worry, and I'm going to put this out there, it's about Spence, is that, yeah, fair enough, he is having a brilliant season, but that other flip side, it's like when we had Gary Gardner and Garner's showing it, if we do get him back, will that sort of like performance levels will drop?
I don't see any reason why Jed Spence would play any different when he comes back, because he'll be under Steve Cooper. I personally have a much bigger worry in January. They all have clauses where they can be recalled.
Yeah.
And it'd be just about right if people like Max Lowe, Jed Spence, Philip Zinkernagel were pulled from us to try and derail us.
Well, would you actually? This is me having my thought process moment. Would, if you say that you're the recruitment team at Forest, would you actually be working on the deals now to say like, yeah, we want to make them permanent in January? So when it comes to New Year's Day, you'll be like, bam, bam, bam.
I would either do that or I'd have a backup in place for if they can't do it. I mean, yeah, you've got that Drager for the right-hand side. I mean, arguably, you've still got a Say Tutu, but I mean, I think he's tutoed off.
Yeah.
Worth. But again, here's the thing. We need to be proactive now in identifying who we want in January. Because otherwise, we'll be sitting around going, la-di-da, la-di-da. Oh, look, deadline day. Bang, 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 bang. And look, nearly 7 players come in because we've just kind of panic buyed and thought we weren't going to get 1 player, so we get about 7.
Yeah, definitely. Dan, do you have a favourite? Hey,
oh my dear God.
Shots have been fired tonight.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thanks, Laquan. Oh, my lordy lord.
Shots have been fired tonight on this show.
Oh,
You have to be on the A game.
God.
Why cases in this one of fixtures, Fulham, QPR, Sheffield United, Preston, etc. I looked at it and thought they'd be tough. Please, we've shown ourselves to be as good as the teams we play compared to the Heaton. So do you guys agree to that?
I mean, we weren't actually a team under Houghton. I mean, we just showed how good we are because we're organised, we're going forward, we're scoring goals. But let's face it, we were not a team under Houghton.
No, we weren't. Definitely not.
We're a mess.
Yeah, definitely. They can apologise. This was another topic that I was going to bring onto the show tonight. I'm glad that you have mentioned it. Obviously, there's been a big thing about Billy Davies this last couple of days because obviously I started liking LinkedIn, whatever you pronounce it, profile, and basically putting in a full success that you had under that Forest. So, how do you guys feel about it?
Can't say because Davis had 2 separate spells, which I think total to about 4 seasons, 5 seasons, whereas Cooper's been here for a couple of months. I can't say either at this moment because Davis was here with a completely different time to what Cooper is, so I can't really say.
That is true. How do you feel about it, Mr. Turton?
Well, I mean, if you talk about Cooper or Davis, I've got to go for Cooper. One, for the fact that Steve Cooper is not as vindictive as Billy Davis. Billy Davis is a poisoned dwarf. Yes, all right, he had a couple of good seasons, but in all intents and purposes, he was just an idiot. He didn't pick Earnshaw in the 2 playoff finals of those 2 great seasons, no, semi-finals. So, I mean, that just says it all. The 2 most important games in both seasons, and he only picks Earnshaw in the return legs when it's too late. It's utter rubbish. And I find it laughable that he's actually got a LinkedIn page. And Dexter Blackstock said he was the best manager for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, ha. Like, I mean, seriously?
Yeah. It's interesting, to say the least. How we are getting these comparisons tight. But yeah, I do actually agree.
Get your ratings in early for how bad you think Simon Hooper's going to be at the weekend, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Get your comments in. How bad do you think it's going to be at the weekend?
How many penalty appeals are we going to get turned down? How many free kicks aren't we going to get? And how many free kicks and kind of non-yellow cards will they not get and get?
And just for the record as well, Derby are playing tonight, which we do hope that they lose. They are playing Barnsley. So I'm sure that Luke has got his Barnsley top on, because we want them to beat Derby.
I wondered why you were so obsessed with mentioning Barnsley tonight. I hadn't looked at the other fixtures apart from Blackpool Stoke.
Yeah.
Now it all makes total sense. Well,
old age.
There's 2 teams that are irrelevant right now, right? One is Derby and one is Notts County.
And Dorntor.
Well, Dorntor's not a team, is he?
No, actually firing shots here now. LGP got it.
Dan over that side has just said the Dorntor's irrelevant.
Shots.
I had to just put it out there totally so everybody gets it.
Shots are fired. Have you guys got anything you'd like to talk about tonight? Or if you have got anything you want to talk about, do drop it in the comments.
I just want to quickly touch on the loans that we were talking about with the recalls that could happen in January. I think Spence and Lowe are very possible. I don't think Zinchenko will, though, because Xisco, former Watford manager, bought Zinchenko into Watford. But now I've got a new manager in Ranieri, so there's a chance that he might not be interested in recalling Zinchenko back until the end of the season. So that is a very much possibility. And you would like to think, and I do think the Forest scouting backroom staff are looking at possible transfers, because apparently we've already made interest in Ryan Brewster because Cooper was with him at Swansea, and that's when he did very well for Swansea. So I feel like if we could get that Brewster of Swansea and not of Sheffield United, that's if we do get him, he could be a decent player, because you look at Taylor and Graben, they're slightly older, and I mean, a third striker won't hurt, but then again, you got Will Swan, so Yeah, it's all about opinions, really, in that one. So I wouldn't mind him, but it would definitely depend on the price. But personally, I don't think Zinchenko will get recalled. I think Lowe and Spence could, because I've just been looking at who Middlesbrough have been playing at right wing back, right back, and they've chopped and changed it quite a bit. And seeing how well Spence has been doing at right wing back, it's definitely a possibility. Haven't looked at them, but yeah.
Interesting. Does that make total sense, Luke?
Well, I mean, Jed Spence will probably get recalled if Warnock's still the manager, because Warnock's just irritating. Max Lowe. Again, I mean, I can't see Jokanovic using him because he's not wanted him at the start of the season. I mean, they've got George Baldock, Ender Stevens, Reece Norrington Davis, the lad that played last night as well.
And Osborne can play there as well.
He's just a crap Brennan Johnson. As my dad said last night.
So I'd like to say thank you to the boys for coming on.
No worries, anytime.
Thanks for having me.
So I'd like to say thank you for watching, guys. And goodbye.